There was a lot of stuff in my mailbox this week. This first package is from Michael Downing, PhD. Apparently, Michael is a PhD of clinical psychology. That's pretty cool. Brother Bob questions his beliefs as a pastor at a church. Jen, his choir director, flounders in her unhappy marriage while caring for her mentally ill sister, Cheyenne. And Cowboy James struggles between what is right and finally finding true love. I love the cover on this. It's pretty cool. Thank you, Michael, for sending this along. This definitely piques my interest based on just what's on the back here. And if anything I go over in any of these videos you think you'll be the right reader for, definitely let me know. Or go buy the book, support these authors. But if you are interested, a lot of times I give books away after I read them, so let me know if you are interested in any of these. Okay, this next box is from Kayoule Rare Books. If you don't follow them already on Instagram, definitely go check them out. I'm going to save this for last because there's probably something very awesome in here. This next package is from Rowan and Littlefield Publishing Group in Pennsylvania. This is It'll Be Fun, You'll See, a short story collection by Guy J. Jackson. I don't know that I've heard of Guy before or read anything from him. So it looks like Guy is predominantly a filmmaker. So he wrote Los Angeles Overnight and Glosies. I'm not familiar with either of those. I'll have to ask my friend John, who's a big movie buff. The back reads, yeah, so no one's really precisely sure what to make of all of this. The promotional blurbs here and herein are from people more eloquent than this person right now writing this. So the blurbs are actually where you want to look for an approximate spin on this book's supposed contents, a supposed collection of supposed short stories. But is it really a collection per se? Are they really short stories? This definitely has my interest. And again, another pretty cool cover. This next one's from W.W. Norton Company from New York, New York. They're a slightly larger publisher. Ooh, this looks right up my alley. This is Race to the Future by Kassia St Clair. 8,000 Miles to Paris, the adventure that accelerated the 20th century. I'm a big gearhead. You all have probably seen in a lot of my videos, I wear a KTM hat. They are sponsored by Red Bull, but it's not a Red Bull hat. It's a KTM hat. KTM is a motorcycle manufacturer. I have one of their motorcycles, and I'm a big fan of their racing team. I also enjoy Formula One, vintage cars. I'm a photographer as well, and I like to take photos of cars, so this looks right up my alley. This is the rise of the automobile as told through its Rubicon moment, a sensational high-risk race across two continents on the verge of revolution. Obviously, I get a lot of books in the mail from indie authors, publishers, just random people sending me books that they think I'll like. And some of them I like, some of them don't sound that interesting to me. But I would say W.W. Norton absolutely nailed it with this pick. So thank you guys so much for that. And what a beautiful book this is. A beautiful cover design on that. I can't read the name on that. The Last Man in Cleveland by Danny O'Dea. I apologize, Danny, if I'm not pronouncing your last name correctly. And this is from Curious Corvid Publishings. Again, another really cool design. These books today have been awesome. Simon Lazarus was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, where he paved roads and worked on construction with his friend Bill Polsky. Bill Polsky's wife was headed to the Olympics. This would prove to be very unfortunate. Officer Olan Oliveira was focused on providing security for the Olympics and intercepting jewel thieves. It might have been quite successful if it hadn't been for the bats. Interesting. This sounds pretty cool, and what I love about this book, Danny, good job on this, is the very, very large print. I have terrible eyesight, and a book with large print just makes my life so much easier. I do have reading glasses that I find very effective. There's only two problems with that. One is I get a headache after wearing them for like an hour or more. And the other problem is after I take them off, I can't see anything. My vision's very blurred after that. I don't know if that means that I have the wrong like prescription strength, although they're not even prescribed. I just like bought them at like Walmart or something. But yeah, I appreciate the large print. And this says, Danny is from a small town on the outskirts of the Blue Ridge Mountains where the earth itself is at its oldest and most humble. He studied literature and politics at the College of William and Mary before working in education and communications. His first novel, The Last Man in Cleveland, was published in the spring of early 2022. Cool. Very nice. So Blue Ridge Mountains, beautiful place to live. I've ridden my motorcycle down through there. Blue Ridge Parkway and Deals Gap. If you're a motorsport enthusiast, you definitely want to take a ride to what they call the Tail of the Dragon. It's like a 11-mile stretch of road, and it has something like 315 corners in that 11-mile stretch of road, and you literally feel like you're on a roller coaster. It's quite exciting. Last book from Kayoule Rare Books here. Need some scissors to open this up. Absolutely love the packaging. Very well wrapped. Wow. Oh, man. This is fantastic. So, first up is The Moon is Down by John Steinbeck. This is a very, very nicely kept old edition. Let's see when this edition came out. So I'll have to ask Kyle what edition this is, because this does not have, according to what I can see, the markings that usually indicate which edition, which printing and edition the book is. All this says is copyright 1942 by John Steinbeck, first published in March 1942. So this might be a first edition. I don't know. I'm not a book dealer, so I'm not sure. But this is fantastic. And this book, although I actually haven't read this Steinbeck, The Moon is Down has a special place in my heart because I was an emo kid in high school, and there was a band called Further Seems Forever. And they had a song called The Moon is Down. And I always thought it was so cool that this kind of like edgy emo band had a song named after a classic work of literature, and just like made it cool to like books, you know, and I really appreciated that. And this one I'm actually really excited about, even though I've only read one book by this author and I didn't like it, but it is The White Goddess by Robert Graves. Now, Robert Graves was a British soldier in World War I, and he wrote a memoir about his time in the army and fighting in the war called Goodbye to All That. It's often considered like one of the best World War I memoirs. I didn't like it. I thought it was a bit boring and just wasn't for me. But Robert Graves also wrote quite a bit of fiction, and I've been very curious about it because I've heard really good things about his fiction. At the very minimum, go follow these authors on social media. Consider buying their books. Which one of these sounds the most interesting to you?